lovely warrior queens, and welcome to the Core Warrior Queen Sanctuary. I'm Marika, Thriver Coach, and I help women to heal, grow, and thrive after trauma and reclaim, so that they can reclaim their crowns and thrive. So today's topic is all about relationships, intimacy in your relationship, and what it means for each one of us. So for me, for such a long time, it was arguing. And you might think about what? Yes. For me, it was, I needed to argue with my husband. That time he was my boyfriend, but I needed to argue with him every day because that was feeding my soul. Because I thought that, ting, 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 that if we didn't argue, there was something wrong. Because that was just the way I was growing up. You argue, you make up. You argue, you make up. And you forgive, you forgive, you forgive. No matter the amount of abuse, you forgive. That was the picture in my head about what is a happy relationship. And a healthy relationship too. It was the husband can do what he wants. He's got to say, and you must just obey. Luckily for me, I am very grateful and privileged to never experience that type of relationship when I met my husband. I really feel like the Lord knew that He needed to send me my husband early in my life so that I could heal, grow, and thrive at this stage in my life. But it wasn't easy. Let me tell you, for the first few years, it was not easy. I was seeking that argument. I was craving that argument. I was waiting. You know when you are waiting for something dramatic to happen? I was waiting for it. Well, I'm still waiting for it. That when, my husband, I can't really break down my walls because he's going to cheat on me. I can't really break down my walls because he might not actually love me. And Queen, let me tell you, I've wasted a few years of that arguing with things that didn't even come true. I had this checklist that if my husband marries me, he loves me. If he gives me a child, he loves me. And he loved me anyway. With all my flaws, he still loves me. But it took me a long time. It really took me, we needed to move to Australia to find out who we truly were. And for me, a relationship, like I said before, is not about the deed. For me, it's feeling safe in my husband's arm. It's feeling loved. Is when we are seeking each other. When we are like happy with each other's, being in the same room with each other. And the last few years, being in Australia really taught us about what friendship is. And it's having a friendship with your husband. For me, it was very important, especially moving to Australia and there was no friends and family here. I needed to rely more on my husband. The only thing is that I can't complain about my husband to my husband. But that was okay. That was okay. Because sometimes we need to complain. We need to complain. And that's okay. But it's just being able to have a friendship with my husband, a friendship and a relationship with my husband, and starting to be honest with each other. Because for such a long time, I was seeking validation in someone else's opinion, and that limited me from loving myself and loving my husband and my son. That really kept me from moving forward. That really kept me from opening up and breaking down my walls. And after I went core and I started to love myself and I ripped up all of these limiting beliefs, I gained this confidence. I really gained this confidence that it's okay. I am accepting myself just the way I am. I'm authentic. I love myself. And that type of confidence I think it was like a spotlight and it was like shining onto my husband and my son. And the more I broke down and the more I got confidence, I started to break down my walls. I started to let my husband in. I started to stop seeking his flaws and showing off his flaws. Because I don't know about you, But it's easier to fix someone else than yourself. It's easier to fix someone else than yourself. Because you don't want the attention on yourself. I'm guilty. I'm so guilty of trying to fix my husband, even though there was nothing needing to fix. But I wasn't able or strong enough or felt the need to be fixing myself because I was afraid. I feared the feeling of what would happen if I lose myself. Am my husband still gonna love this hot mess of me? Am I going to be okay without that confident, have no need for a man in my life, even though I did need my husband in my life, still need him. But the way I was always thinking, I never need a man, and man will never tell me what to do, because that is something that I was growing up with. Men also always had to say, the last say. Their opinions matter more than ours. But then I'm very honored and privileged, because not every woman has that privilege to get a man early in her life after coming out of an abusive relationship or out of an abusive home, to get a husband that will treat her with love and being her safety resource. I know one of my speakers last year said to me, Marika, you are really lucky that you have found your husband early in life and you didn't need to go through all of those things again to find true love. So I am very lucky that I had, but it wasn't always, I don't know what it is in English. I wanted to tell you now in Afrikaans what it is, but I can't. Wait, let me try to translate it. Moonshine, no. And roses. Moonshine and roses. I think moonshine is maybe not, it might be alcohol. Sounds to me, moonshiners. I think that's alcohol, but that's okay. We don't talk about alcohol. We are talking about the moon and some roses. I don't know what you call it in English. I've just tried to translate it directly from Afrikaans to English. I don't know if it's correct, but that's okay. Let's put it out there. Because this channel is all about showing up authentically and just being there and telling my story. So intimacy in a relationship, let's get back to the topic, is making time for each other. We didn't make time for each other because life just happens. We are all trying to chase that limit, that invisible thing in life. We are chasing and we don't make time for each other. We are so used to each other. Normally we would be so used to each other. We didn't find that spark again in our relation. We were just like going on like normal, going on and not making time for each other. And the last few years really taught us how to love each other again, how to listen to each other, and not to try to fix each other, because no one needs fixing. We need some healing, definitely. We all need some healing. But when we do it together, oh my goodness, amazing things happen, because you are opening up a part of you that was so hidden away for so long, that you are starting to opening up. You are starting to break down these walls. You are starting to accept each other with all their flaws. And you see that no one is broken. Each one is beautiful. So for me, it is all about making time for my husband. So Friday nights is date night. It doesn't need to be something fancy or something, I don't know. I just love sitting next to my husband, with looking at the open fire, looking at the stars, and just talking about how was his week, what is next week's plans, what is the plans for our future, talking about our future, and drinking something, a glass of water, a glass of cool drink, just that time where we are listening to each other. Because during the week, I don't know about you, but it's crazy. It's really crazy in our home. But that's okay, because we still make time for each other. So today I want to encourage you to make time for each other. Learn each other's love languages. Because that is something that really saved my relationship. When I started to learn what my husband's love language was. Because I was always like, I like affirmations. I like being told. I'm a physical touch and affirmation type of, that's my love languages. And I was like, yes, but my husband is also that. And the way I did it, I was telling my husband, you've got this, you are strong, you are amazing. And then I would just hug him. And then I learned that no, that's not his love language. His love language is act of services. His love language was quality time. And even my sons is acts of gifts and acts of quality time. And when I started to implement the things that's filling their cups, we stopped arguing more. No, we didn't. We stopped arguing. Yes, we started to listen to each other. We started to respect each other, because we need to feel safe in our bodies for healing to take place. We need to feel safe with our partner. We need to trust them fully, because how on earth are this going to be a healthy relationship if that is not built? Anyway, I hope you all have a fabulous day. If you haven't already, like and subscribe to my channel. Go and join my Let's Go Core community Facebook group. I am talking there more. And yeah, I hope you all have a fabulous day. Please put in the comments, what does intimacy in your relationship means for you. So yeah, I hope you all have a fabulous day. Remember that you are enough, you are important, you are valuable. And Queen, you've got this. Bye.